Hello there, everybody. Currently, I'm going to do some sketching. I wanted to do birds today. I don't fully understand how birds work, so I want to take some time to try to. I'm going to do. How big is this? I kind of want to draw like really small. So I'm going to do inking to fine tip. There's nothing special about this pen, except that it's like really small, so I can get small lines. Okay, so I'm not fully prepared. Just give me another second here. Okay, I'm also trying to practice a new method of drawing. I'm going to say that the point that I'm going to, I don't know. Okay, so we've got a line of action that swoops this way, a line of action that swoops this way. Got a line of action that swoops this way, and one like that. It's got that nice curve to it, I guess. We have some feathers. I'll just denote that by that. More feathers in this direction, but they all spiral towards the point, so I'll have to be aware of that. We have the head, which swoops around, and I need to stop thinking too much. Just try to do the shapes that are there. Okay, so the back tail is about like that, and well, it's more down here is where his bird. Okay. I know that I said I wanted to do it simple. I'm going to put a little bit more time into it. I'm just trying to get the gist of it. Okay, I think I see that the shoulder goes like kind of like that. And I think that it goes straight into that. Can barely make out what I'm looking at, but that's the point. I'm not supposed to be focusing on like the details. I'm supposed to be focusing on I think they're trying to convince me that all of this is like the back foot, based on this photo that I see here. Something like that. Okay. I mean, I'm mostly here just to get like the bird and the wings, but I guess I can stay for the beak. I feel like I did this wrong somehow. It's probably like a little bit disproportionate. Okay, moving on. What this tells me, it's got bone like this, kind of like we do, and it's got this one like this, kind of like we do, and one like this, kind of like we do, and one like this, which is not like us at all. I'm sorry, there must be two. That looks like it's one. Phalanges. Okay, so this is something like that, and you say, and you do a soup like that, and from around here, it switches position. About here, it switches positions. So, more or less, it lines up with each joint, it looks like. That was the suspicion I had. Okay, what does this one teach me? The general shape is swoop up, swoop out. It comes back in, and it goes something like the shoulder blades. I don't like this one as much. Maybe I got my proportions wrong. Next. Okay, here's a real bird. Okay, what can you tell me about this bird? Well, if we put the center point here, put all of this here. It's got these nice looking legs, dude. Fine looking legs. I don't know why I felt the need to point that out. I don't know. I don't spend much time looking at birds' legs. I didn't know that they could look that fine. It's like that one Ed Sheeran song, like the shape of you, you know? Okay, for all of my talk about how I like the legs, I didn't really do a very good job with them, huh? And it shows. Because whenever you draw a picture, whatever you show highlights what you'd like to draw, and whatever you don't show highlights what you don't like to draw. So by showing anybody any of your drawings, you're both showing them what you like and you don't like at the same time. And that's kind of cool. Not as cool as this bird, though. Look at this bird, though. I never really practiced birds. It has a nice like wing shape to it. Oh, it's actually more like here. Here, probably like here, but you know, whatever. And give him his fan of tail. Get this. Alright, so different types of wings. Active soaring wings are long and angular, so this is actually really helpful information for different wing types for different characters. Passive soaring wings. Not really. This is like a parrot, I think. Not really what I want. Oh, it's got like, okay. You can tell like by the outer shape. I guess like all my like paying attention to like silhouettes and stuff is starting to pay off. Elliptical wings. Tightly controlled flight. So I feel like this is probably a turkey. That is so interesting though. And they did a good job like doing the segments of the wings too. So I think I'm gonna like save this one. See, I can't do that right now. I'll have to do that later. I can't take video and screenshots at the same time. Alright, so this one. High speed wings. I kind of like this one. Long, medium, long, and narrow, optimized for sustained speed. I kind of like this one. And I kind of like the first one I did, which is this one. And I do like this one over here. And we've got hovering wings. Okay, so when doing wings, thank you for doing this study, whoever did this study. I'm just studying your work, because I'm a piece of shit. No, I'm doing my own work too. Because his notes are only valuable if someone looks at them, right? Okay, so each segment looks like it ends, and it's got like 3 different segments, it looks like. So, like a small, medium, and large. I got the top, the bicep, shoulder part. Then we have that. No, that's not a good way of doing it. And then the fingers. Also not a good way of thinking it. But I think I need to really think about what they're doing with the fingers too. Like how many wings, how many feathers is too many and how many is not enough? Because, you know, I can go all day drawing feathers. I mean, you could say it's as many as it's got space for. Okay, so the smaller the shoulder connection, that makes sense. But look at this one. I wonder if the color segments actually mean something. Because this one's got like a lot of... I do really like the feathers. Because eventually I'm going to make an OC. Well, different OCs that have wings. I wanted to make one character who is a demonic character, and he gets a set of wings that are like demonic. And after the character fulfills his storyline, he gets a pair of angel wings. Okay, so the overall shape. So, I would suppose that birds' wings are pretty... Sorry, the tail, obviously. The tail is pretty important when considering flight. Got that armpit section. And I guess the further in it gets, do a better job, like showing that the wings go in a direction, I think. That's probably what I need. Probably can simplify it into a couple different lines later on in the future. But I haven't gotten to that point where I can do that yet. Okay. Seagull. Okay. So, seagull kind of looks like a blimp. I would like to pet the seagull. Honestly, I would like to pet most any animal. Except for humans. There are many humans that I don't want to pet. And oddly enough, there's a lot of humans that want to be pet by me that I don't want to pet. But that's all for another day, I think. Okay, I want to move to the next one. There's no reason to move so fast. I'm just hoping that the more I do, the more it's going to stick in what I'm supposed to be doing. I do this a lot. If something doesn't make sense, I just keep doing it until it does. And, you know, I guess it's somewhat worked out for me. Well, that's not quite right, but that's not bad either. Okay, so this person spent a lot of time. Well, I can't say they spent a lot of time. They spent a good amount of time making the line art look nice and pretty. I wonder what it's for. I hope it's not for a tattoo. Because, you know, it's just a wing, you know? It doesn't tell a story. What about the rest? I didn't like. I do like this one. You know, thank you to whoever went out and took these photos. This is furthering my understanding about birds and fish and art. Okay. I'll take a sip of whatever I have to drink here. Okay. Let's look at these wings. Got this one. So most of these just like, I'm gonna do this one from memory. Like if you have an arm here, then I feel like the bird wing, wait, I've already messed it up. Probably follows same line and then it just like ends. And depending on the shape of the hand, I guess something like, no, that can't be right. I've already messed it up. How to do, if it goes here and then it goes to this section here, that's not quite right. I'll have to come back. Alright, so the next wing. So that's the equivalent of the shoulder, I guess. And this would be, I do not even know. What kind of wing is this anyway, with bird? Okay, the next one. I don't like these feathers as much because they look like, well, actually they look super bulky. So depending on which character build, but it's a good foundation of shapes, I think. Looking at them like this, I do want to move on. I need to like see the shapes when they're like spread out. Well, I understand that they're open right now, which is something that I did need. Did they take these off of birds that were alive, or did they wait for the birds to die? I don't want these to have belonged to the live bird. Okay, I have to have some faith in humanity and the people aren't completely messed up and they're gonna take birds with this life. So I can draw them, so later in life I can make my own wingsuit. I'm gonna wait around for someone else to do it, and they don't do it the way I want to do it. Okay, shoulder. It goes into the bicep, which goes into the elbow, which goes into, well, I ran out of page. Okay. So I'm saying this is the shoulder on a person. And then it goes right off, huh? Something like that. So it sort of hangs from the armpit, I guess. And then it swoops up towards where they're pointing. Where would the hand be? Okay, so I've been guessing that the hand would have to go here and the elbow would have to go here. So this is the forearm, this is the bicep, this is the shoulder, but the shoulder's a little... I'll have to come back to it. I'm trying to find portions here. So shoulder... And if I put the hand here, and that's what I'm saying, and that would make the elbow here, that doesn't make sense, but where do I put the fingers? Because I imagine that the wings need to, well, the wings are separate from where the arms are going to go. So it's not like they're hidden in the same thing. Oh, well, I'm thinking about animated cartoon characters, I guess. Because a lot of their fingers are like portrayed as wings, which is different from what you think too much. Just, well, I mean, thinking is good, right? Okay, what can you tell me about this shape? It comes back, and, well, that's not wide enough for the wings, is it? Shoulder, and then we have the wing, which comes out, and well, we ran out of space, so I'm just going to say it's like that, and tail, like that. Something's about this isn't right, so trying to decide whether or not I would like a job in the industry. I feel like most of them are all working, doing 3D rendering and stuff like that, and as you can tell, I'm a 2D artist. Well, as you might be able to tell, my 3D stuff isn't so good. I'm working on the basics. I'm trying to learn how to use the most few lines to tell a story. But I haven't gotten there yet. And obviously my eye-hand coordination is still off. I'll move on to the next one. So I made this one too big. I need to put it somewhere else. Or I need to draw the wingspan, which will set the scale for the rest of the bird. I really like the shape of this bird too. Okay, something like that. Some nice shapes going on here. Cool. I'll keep going until I run out of page, I guess. So we have this one. We have this one. Because mostly I'm trying to figure out how many and where the wings bend and how the swoops go. This one looks really cool. This one's really long and slender. This one would do damage if it was. So I guess you really need to think about the shape language whenever doing designs or whatever. I wouldn't have considered doing shapes like this. Not like this. Exactly. This one looks like a penish and not a wing. What if it's like a penguin's wing or something? Okay. Well, I feel like I messed that one up, but who cares? What about this one? This one's weird. Got a weird shape to it. My eyes are actually getting tired. I've been working on this screen all day. Drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. I wasn't able to draw anything good though. This is why I'm back at the drawing board and my proportions are bad, but limitation for space. Okay. What did this person draw? Oh, Alright, I'm gonna move on. What did this person say? He said, wing like that, wing like that, wing like that, wing like that, wing like that. So 2 major shapes, it says. Except he says it's more than that. It's got this one, and got this one, and also have this one. It's got a lot of ones, huh? They all have names. Scapular. Okay, I feel like I could do a better job naming this one. I'm gonna try So I'm going to do like this. And he says that the first one is lesser secondary coverts. Lesser secondary coverts, coverts, I don't know. Median secondary coverts. Okay. So first from here we have this ridge light area, which goes into this like ridge light area, which continues, and it says this is the scapular feathers. So it says that this section down here is the primary feathers. Down here is the primary. What? Primary. Secondary. Okay. And we have this section here. And this is primary. Goodness. Can draw, can't write. Primary coverts. And then he's got this little section like here that I don't quite understand called alula. And then you've got this. And that's called the median secondary coverts. And these go in this direction, going down. These go in this direction, going away. And there we go. Tertigials? That's just a nice bird wing, dude. Just like I would pet this bird. If that bird would allow me to pet the bird. It's got this nice crest of feathers that it probably spends time in the morning making purdy before he goes to work to go get worms for his girlfriend or whatever it is birds do. I haven't taken the time to see what they do with their time and what they do for fun. I see them flying around and I'm always wondering, what do they do? I know that some birds have this game where they'll go get, I don't know, a rodent or something. And what they'll do is they'll bring it high into the sky and then they'll drop it. And they'll go and they'll nosedive to go get it. Okay. I didn't do a really good job of indicating. I just love that word that it printed. But that's good enough for now. I'm running out of page. Okay. So we have a set of wings. Tell me about this. I really need to get the proportions of well, what do you mean the proportions? I need the generalized proportions of wing to, it's whatever you want it to be, dude. It's whatever you want. And whatever physics allows. Yeah, but I don't have a way to test that. Just I don't know how much power it's going to take. I don't know about the weight distribution. just like I don't know if I have the the coordination skills required to even do that. Okay. It's a little short, but I'm running out of space, as you can see. Put this one here. So I think what really makes or breaks it is probably the individual figure of the silhouette of the overall wing, but also this I feel like I've seen I don't like the way that this artist did this. He made the decision to do this. I can't tell you it's wrong, but I don't like it. Okay. And I'm not saying that it's like wrong, it's just I feel like the overall shape is a little ran out of space. So this person went through the time of like oh boy, I can't see what I'm doing. So he's got one section labeled 5, one section labeled 6, and 7. 6 and 7 up here. And he's got an 8 down here, a 4 down here. Well, it looks like 2 and 2, which doesn't make much sense. Unless he chose different colors for it. Well, I ran out of that. Okay. I've only got a couple more spaces, I guess. So this one comes down, swoops up. Goes like that. Goes like that. Swoops out. Makes this nice shape. Goes in. Goes out like that. Man, these birds have some nice shapes to them. I wonder if somebody like says that about me. Damn, he's got a nice shape to him. Probably not. I don't see people. Okay. Well, now I can't tell the difference between a wing and a hand. Okay. Do I have space? Okay, I'll try to get this last one. Alright, I think I'm done for now. Thank you for joining me for this practice session. I don't know if you loved any of this or if you hated it, if you found any of it helpful, or if it was all useless. Thank you for joining me at any rate. Appreciate your time. Later.